A child's crayon scribbles are harmless until they start predicting murder. Beat. Welcome to a tale where every drawing is a clue, and every clue could get you killed. A nanny's second chance. Mallory Quinn, fresh out of rehab and desperate for a clean slate, takes a live-in nanny job with the seemingly perfect Maxwell family in suburban New Jersey. Beat. Her charge, 5-year-old Teddy, is precocious, affectionate, and always clutching colored pencils. At first, everything feels like emphasis, rehabilitation, in its purest sense. Sunny backyard picnics, bedtime stories, and daily sketch sessions that line the fridge with innocent dinosaurs and rocket ships. Beat. But beneath Mallory's hopeful exterior, self-doubt festers. She hides recovery chips in her pocket, the way others pocket loose change, terrified that one bad day could yank her back into addiction. Beat. The Maxwells, meanwhile, radiate liberal, well-meaning charm, yet watch her with the quiet appraisal people reserve for damaged goods. Mallory notes every glance, every whispered hallway conversation, determined not to break their fragile emphasis. Trust. Beat. As nights settle and the house creaks, she roams the halls unable to sleep, sensing a presence she can't name. It's in those sleepless hours that Teddy's art begins to change. Figures with hollow eyes, a woman lying beneath a tree, small handprints smeared in crimson. The fridge becomes a gallery of dread. Beat. Mallory tells herself it's nothing. Kids draw weird stuff. But an old newspaper clipping she finds in the library hints at a local woman who vanished years ago under violent circumstances. The image in the article mirrors Teddy's latest drawing down to the shape of the oak branches. Beat. Mallory realizes her new beginning may be tangled in someone else's unfinished nightmare. The drawings turn dark. Each sunrise brings fresh paper, fresh terror. Teddy's once bright color palette drains into blacks, grays, and arterial reds. Beat. The Maxwells shrug. Kids go through phases. Yet Mallory studies the drawings the way detectives scrutinize crime scene photos. Beat. She notices chronology, as if a storyboard unfolds strip by strip. A couple arguing, a night-lit window, a shadow dragging a limp body toward the woods. Beat. Mallory's art school instincts kick in. She charts the pictures on her wall, aligning dates with headlines from microfiche archives. The parallels are chilling. Beat. Still battling cravings, Mallory attends recovery meetings where she confesses none of this. Who would believe her? But the slogans echo in her head. One day at a time. Make amends. Don't keep secrets. Beat. She decides secrecy is killing her sobriety as surely as any substance, so she confides in the next-door gardener, Ben, a gentle soul restoring his late grandmother's flower beds. Ben listens without judgment, making Mallory feel seen, which is a new form of emphasis, healing. Beat. The more Mallory and Ben research, the clearer the portrait becomes. Teddy's drawings replicate the timeline of Annie Barrett, a young woman who disappeared from that very neighborhood 30 years earlier. According to legend, Annie's boyfriend was blamed, but no body was ever recovered. Beat. Mallory begins to suspect supernatural influence, that Annie's unresolved fate is bleeding through Teddy's pencil strokes. Beat. Skepticism wars with experience. After all, addiction taught Mallory that the mind can conjure horrors, yet the evidence sticks like burrs. When Teddy unintentionally sketches Mallory herself, standing beside a freshly dug grave, the warning feels personal. Beat. She must act before chalk dust premonition becomes living tragedy. Chasing the truth in shadows. Armed with photocopies of grim sketches, Mallory and Ben dive into property deeds, retired police files, and the overgrown woods behind the Maxwell house. Beat. Mallory's phone timer buzzes hourly as a sobriety safeguard, but each buzz now doubles as a metronome for creeping dread. Beat. They discover the house once belonged to the Barrett family, sold after Annie's disappearance. Beat. Rotting in the attic. A carved toy horse identical to one in Teddy's drawings. Beat. Meanwhile, Mallory's credibility deteriorates. The Maxwells notice her jittery behavior and missing hours. They administer a surprise drug test that she passes, but their eyes harden. Beat. To them, Mallory looks like a relapse waiting to happen. Beat. Desperation drives Mallory to a psychic medium at a local street fair. Lights flicker, temperature drops, cliché upon cliché, until the medium utters Annie's name and tells Mallory, "He's still here." Beat. The pronoun hangs heavy. Who is he? Mallory flashes to Teddy's recurring silhouette of a tall man with boxy shoulders. Beat. Back at the house, Teddy begins speaking in chilling fragments. She wants to come home. He won't let go. Beat. Mallory records audio, but playback reveals only static. Reality feels like wet paint, smearing as she touches it. Beat. Yet amid chaos, her sobriety surprisingly strengthens. Facing literal demons sharpens her refusal to succumb to metaphorical ones. Emphasis, resilience, becomes her talisman. Beat. Together, Mallory and Ben trace an old root cellar beneath the tool shed, an area conspicuously absent from renovation blueprints. Inside, they uncover a rust-flecked locket engraved AB, caked in soil that smells of iron. Beat. Ben snaps photos. Mallory trembles. The past is no longer abstract art. It's an artifact in her palm, whispering for justice. Revelation, confrontation, aftermath. Mallory confronts the Maxwells with her findings, but Mr. Maxwell dismisses her as unstable. Beat. Mrs. Maxwell reluctantly fires her, citing influence on Teddy's imagination. Beat. Heartbroken yet undeterred, Mallory sneaks back after midnight, resolved to get Teddy out if danger looms. Beat. She finds Teddy sleepwalking toward the woods, sketchbook clutched like a talisman. Pages flap in the night wind, showing the next scene. A hidden grave, Mallory's face crossed out. Beat. A figure steps from the shadows, Mr. Maxwell. Calm, controlled, he admits everything. He is the son of the man who dated Annie Barrett. His father confessed on his deathbed that Annie was buried under the shed, but the scandal would have ruined the family. Beat. Generational guilt poisoned Maxwell, twisting into obsession. He feared discovery more than justice, so when Teddy's drawings surfaced, he plotted to silence Mallory. Beat. A chase ensues through moonlit trees. Sobriety coins clatter from Mallory's pocket, marking her path like metallic breadcrumbs. She and Teddy plunge into the root cellar, barricading the hatch. Maxwell hacks above with a shovel, roars echoing. Beat. Mallory calls 911, breath hitching between prayers and promises. If she survives, she will never doubt her emphasis, worth, again. Beat. Police arrive, drawn by Ben's earlier anonymous tip. The cellar door splinters. Officers drag Maxwell out, hysterical and bleeding. Beat. Forensics confirms skeletal remains entwined with Annie's locket. The truth, long buried, resurfaces under flashing red-blue lights. Beat. In the aftermath, Mallory testifies but refuses media spotlight. Teddy resumes drawing unicorns and pirate ships, the darkness lifted. Beat. Ben takes Mallory to her 90-day chip ceremony. As applause swells, she realizes sobriety isn't just abstaining from substances. It's choosing to face horrors with open eyes and steadfast heart. Beat. Annie Barrett finally rests, her story finished by a woman writing her own new chapter.